To music fans, because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is go time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J was good today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
What's good, my people? What's good? Welcome to you already know what it is. It's a brand new week. So you know what? It's a brand new episode, brand new Wednesday, brand new PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. What is going on? Baseball playoffs started. Had to say it because the Yankees aren't in it. What? It's true. They ain't.
You don't have to take shots right now.
Oh, but you know what? I started with that, but I'm gonna also started with this as well. The Red Sox ain't in it either. so you know what? It's all good. We got 3 American League East teams in. Shout out to the Rangers. They're playing my Orioles. I was gonna wear the hat today, but give y'all a break. I think I pushed balls, but especially because it's Steelers week. It's Steelers week. Oh, you're kind of quiet because y'all lost to the Texans. That's what I thought. Anyway, we're here. We're live. It's Pocket. It's Jay. What is good today? Everything is good. The Cardinals are playing hard, so I got to give you data for that. Cardinals are playing hard, so when you play the Cardinals, you better come correct, or not, you're gonna lose, bro. You're gonna lose. Anyway, we kind of got into it a little bit, a splitting earlier than what I wanted to.
Yeah, a little bit, but go ahead, keep going.
But you know, if y'all wondering why are we moving through sports so fast, well, I mean, to be honest with you, we have to this week. If you didn't read the title, you should have. But before we get there, we want to knock out sports real quick. It's Colorado week here in Arizona. So obviously, you know, people going to go crazy. The Colorado Bluffahos are going to go crazy.
Do you think there are going to be some celebrities come out to this game?
Oh, it's going to be live.
You think so?
Yeah. But people don't realize.
Colorado does travel well, but we don't see the celebrities travel. We see them more so at the home games.
I wouldn't say that because you got to remember when they played USC, they were there. When they played,
where's USC at? Come on, bro.
But here's what I was getting to. You're getting more and more celebrities loving Arizona, giving Arizona's props. Yeah. And I'll start with the ones that have been formulated. Beyonce being one. She said it was so much love here. And Drake talking about he wants to get a house here. So right there, you got 2 of the biggest celebrities that are out there. And I didn't forget you Swifties. Yeah, Taylor Swift, I guess she performed here already. No? Yeah, she did.
She opened her tour here.
I don't think she opened it here.
Yeah, she opened her.
You sure she did? Her first leg of the tour was here.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was from her hometown in Pittsburgh.
No. She opened her tour here because they named Glendale Swift City. But
that doesn't mean they opened the tour here.
And then what and she ended up doing, she opened her tour here. She did. Google it. It was all over the news. I can't believe you didn't catch it.
I don't pay attention. How often do I go on my social media? We all know that.
Oh, I'm just talking about even on local news.
How often do I go on my social media? You know I don't watch local news. I don't know why you pointed that out.
It was everywhere.
Again, I didn't see it. So, and I'm quite sure I'm not the only one because I don't pay attention to
I'm not.
stuff.
I'm not a Swiftie
I don't
either,
put it this way. I only pay attention to things that matter to me, and that didn't matter. So, even in saying that, regardless, celebrities are coming here. They're giving Arizona its props. Shaggy, who at the concert, gave Arizona its props. I went to that, and I was there at that concert. So him, In Vogue. Oh my gosh, I can hear some beautiful girl. What the hell is the guy's name? From Jamaica, big dude. You're way too beautiful.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The fans are waiting for you though.
But yeah, like I was just saying, all celebrities are giving Arizona's props. Even a few years ago, when I went to the Jay-Z concert, he said this place is live. So, and all that to say, yes, there will be celebrities here at Colorado. Yeah.
We'll see.
And there's actually a lot of celebrities that already live here, so they may or may not show up depending on what they feel like. But
it'll be a beautiful night for football, though.
Put it this way, I know what you're trying to say. We'll see. Put it this way, that even Texas TCU celebrities are at that game. It was in Texas.
We'll see.
I know you like to be facetious and negative, but they'll be here. Anyway, big NBA trade. Actually, you know what? I say two trades. The first trade initiated was a ripple. The second trade, was a ripple effect of the first trade.
Yeah.
So if you're sleeping under a rock, Dame Dollar is now with the Bucks. And after that,
still trying to wrap my head around that.
I ain't wrapping my head around it. Milwaukee heard what Giannis said. I want to win another one, and you better make moves to show it. So what they do, they took a key piece, a very big key piece, and Drew Holiday ended up in Portland. Ripple effect was the second trade. Drew Holiday went to Boston. Boston traded a lot of assets for this guy.
I think he would be a good fit in Boston.
Yeah, he's going to be a good fit. But the assets Boston traded, they traded a couple of key bench players to get it. So we'll see what happens. Does that guarantee Boston anything? I don't think so. But you know what? At least Drew Holiday gets to play against Milwaukee because he had just made a post. I think it's something about I want to be a Buck for life. I want to retire a Buck. And then the next day they traded him.
Yeah.
I believe in the words of the famous songwriter Chris Brown, these help me out here. Hoes are not loyal. Now, for those of you that don't get along with that, these hoes ain't loyal. Is what he said.
Okay, I'm looking at you like, really?
They're not gonna be proper, man.
But that's not what the man said.
But it is what he said. It's not like that. That's how I said it. I said it, not what he said. He said it's not like I said it. When I say it, it's like he said. But it's been said.
Oh boy. Anyway, so moving on.
You want to hear about boxing? I got it real quick.
No. Okay. There we go. All right. You know, I sent you a post that Oscar did. Did you see it?
Oh my God. So you sent it to me. Right after you sent it to me, That's all I kept seeing. I'm like, dude, my boy already sent me this, and he sent it before I saw it, which is rare that you catch something before I do. And we know that. And that came out. I was like, well, Oscar got a point. That was a snore fest.
And it was a cash grab. It was on both sides. It was
no, because look this way, Canelo's getting paid either way. Now he would have got paid more money had he fought Benavidez. Cinco de Mayo next year.
Well, he does have a point. At this point of what boxing needs, we need to see prize fighting and fighters going in on every fight. More of it. Like you were saying in our meeting, there needs to be more fights, and more prize fights, more power fight. And I think that if we could get back to that, we'll see a new heyday in boxing.
Now, I will say that this year's been a hell of a year for boxing. So you got to also say that.
On paper, we talked about that.
It's not about paper. Actually, I take it back. It is about paper. It's about the green paper because that's where it counts. So you want to talk about? We talked about that. We talked about the fact that boxing is making bank this year. But that fight right there, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. We talked about this too. Once Charlo felt his power, he's like, "Oh hell."
So, do you think boxing made more than the UFC did this year?
Let's see.
It'll be close. I think it's
Okay.
close.
So here's the thing. We can talk about the box office being greater in boxing because they charge more and they sell out, except for this Canelo fight. You know, we can talk about that too. The fighters get paid more in boxing, way more.
Okay, that makes sense. So you answered my question. All right, cool.
I had to break it down. I had to break it down in the thought. I'm like,
well, at the end of the day, anybody tuned into that fight, y'all wasted, what was it, 89.95?
84.99, whatever it was, you wasted it.
It was sad. It was.
But like I said, a lot. What people have to understand.
I expected more out of Charlo.
There we go.
I expected more out of Charlo.
He was holding back, y'all. Because guess what we want to do?
Anyway, moving on. For what the main event, what the main course, the
should we go to a commercial before we get there?
Okay.
Try and get the people up because we ain't got that.
Hit that like and subscribe button, y'all. Be right back.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. What are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell yeah! GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins? You lying! Promotional flyers. Yo, son! Promo videos. I need that! OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds. Hey, yo, let me get that! Professional one-sheets and so much more. Oh my god. Please visit our website, I'm on it right now! GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs. Got it! Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World. Follow it! GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
Hey, and we're back, folks. So let's get right into it, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
So everybody sees what the title is about. Let's jump right into it. Are your friends really your friends?
Or the people that you think are your friends?
What about your friend? No, let's stop. Okay. Shout out TLC for that.
Will they hold you down?
Will they let you down?
I'm changing the words. Will they hold you down? They're going to let you down.
Hey.
What about your friends?
Well, here's the thing about that. Let me pose a question. Who do you think is the biggest manipulator, a friend or a family member? Notice I didn't use family because we all know that answer. But who's the biggest manipulator between a friend, a close friend, or a family member?
Good question. I think we should pose that question to y'all.
Well, they're going to chime in with their statements. We all know how this works. For those that ain't new, comments are open. Hit us up. Tell us what you think. But at the same time, what is it that you think?
I don't know. Should I give my opinion? Because apparently last week, I was assaulted in the comments. Somebody assaulted my character. So should I even bother?
Yes.
Sure. I mean, not knowing me, they assaulted my character. Right? Like that's going to stop me.
That's why I'm looking the other way, Pocket. I'm looking the other way.
You know what, folks? That's a rough one because you got to think about it. Because a lot of times, your close friends, you consider them family members. So, depends how you look at it. If they're a close friend, 9 times you consider them a family. So, guess what that means? Yeah, they're gonna be able to have their
cake and eat it too.
Yeah, succubus. That's what I was looking for. That word, succubus. They're gonna be a succubus to you. But they know how to push the right buttons to get you to do what they want you to do. Because you're close. And they feel as though they know they're close. They know they're close to you, and they know that whatever they say has a great influence on the moves you make.
What do you do with people that's like that? That's leeches.
A lot of times you don't see it.
No, sometimes you do. But at the end of the day, it might be an attention titan, just depending on where you're at in your life, you could recognize it, but choose not to deal with it at that time until it becomes too much.
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
So here's now I'm glad you went there. So here's what I want people on what should be understood. If you recognize it, it's your fault for letting it go, as long as it does. It's your fault for letting them monopolize your time and your life. It's your fault. If you realize that they're doing it and you continue to let it happen to a certain point, you need to stop it in the beginning. Let them know you can't have this leverage over me. You can't have this over me. You need to stop it right away as soon as possible. ASAP. If you don't, it's on you. They're living a lavish lifestyle. They keep asking you for money. And you don't live the life that you're supposed to live because you're helping this person. And then all of a sudden, you knew it was going on. Then all of a sudden you decide, you know what, enough is enough. Well, you let it get this far, didn't you?
Prime example. There was this lady on social media that I saw. She quit her job because she requested a PTO day to go see Beyonce, and they denied her request. So she quit her job. Her friend, being a good friend, was all like, "What the hell's your problem?" I get that you want to see Beyonce, but it's Beyonce. I mean, you quit your job. Notice the girl that quit her job said, "Well, you're not my friend if you don't believe in me." I can't make it up.
You know what, folks? I forgot to shout out. What does my shirt say? There's a reason I wore this today. There's a reason I wore this shirt today to go with this episode. I should have worn it last week too. Now, that's a great friend. If you think about it, because he called her out on that. That's what friends do. You don't sit there. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing I want people to understand. If you're really a great friend to someone, you call them out in their face. You don't do it behind their back. Okay. If you do, you're a fair. To me, it's called fair. Was it fair weather?
Fair
weather friend. Thank you. That's what I call that. Being a fair weather friend. And that happens a lot nowadays. I mean, sometimes more than it should. And that
not only in friendship, but in relationships,
there you go.
Period. Yeah. You got fair weather marriages. Like, how many of y'all believe in the Constitution of a marriage? That's the right in the Constitution of a marriage. How many of y'all still believe that, or like, what is marriage? Is a relationship just like a friendship? Just that ship part about it. Here's the thing about
it can sink or sail.
It can sink or sail. There you go. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe in friends. I don't believe in the word friend. Here's the reason why I don't believe in the word friend. I believe in associates, I believe in family, and I believe in family members. But as far as friends go, here's the reason why I don't like that word. The suffix of it. E-N-D. Friends tend to end.
You know, I was thinking backwards, right? I was thinking about fry.
That's the prefix.
I know. And I was like, why am I thinking about the prefix? That's what I was thinking to myself. Why am I thinking about the prefix? You said suffix.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was hilarious.
I still can't get over that why I was thinking the prefix. I'm like, why am I thinking about fry? I said, well, I mean, you think about it, both of them are terrible.
Also, explain this one to me. Talk yourself out of this one.
How is the word fry not bad when it comes to friends?
Because you're fired.
So it's a good thing to fry your friends? No, it's not.
I mean, is it a good thing to eat fried chicken?
That's fried.
Still not good.
That's fried. It depends on how you fry the chicken. If you air fry it,
shut up.
I mean, you want to get down to nitty gritty.
Oh shit!
Have you not had air?
No, we just playing around though, but on some real shit though. Like at the end of the day, friendship ends, and it always ends in turmoil and over some bullshit. Think about it. A lot of friendships end over bullshit, turmoil, or something, a misunderstanding, or something that's not even important.
You know what this just reminded me of? Y'all don't believe that's what friends are? Just go on TikTok. Type in hashtag friends or former friends, and you'll see all the drama. Am I right or wrong?
And if you got friends out there that you actually care about and they think that they care and you think that they care about you as well, yeah, you guys are going to have your ups and downs. It's not going to be peachy keen all the damn time, but find a way to work out your differences, especially if they mean something to you. And now, on the flip side of that, it takes two to tango. So it's going to take two to work it out. If you got one that refuses,
ain't gonna work out.
not going to work out. Let it go.
Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time. But you know what's funny when you mentioned that? I was thinking about DJ Khaled, and he said when he got his first $1 million, and there's a lot of hip hop stars and rappers. This is how they weed out the good from the bad. He acted like he was broke to see who would be around.
Who would still stick around?
And those are the ones he's taking down to the next level. Give you another one that did that. LeBron.
Jay-Z.
I wasn't even gonna. I was coming out. I was gonna go to LeBron. Everybody's new GOAT because you saw how I did that, right? Just like Prince, new GOAT. But the same thing he did was powerful. His high school team, the starting five, they're all cool. Maverick, all of them.
Made them all start businesses.
He said, go to college or start a business. Build your proposal and bring it to me.
And he funded it.
And if it sounded legit enough, he funded it. Now, out of all of them became successful, but Maverick Carter is the one everybody remembers the most because he's one of the biggest agents in sports. So big that the major sporting agencies or the major sporting franchise, MLB, NBA, NFL, said, you know what? From now on, you have to go to college to get a degree to become an agent because this man didn't go to college, and he manipulated. Of course, he had the biggest superstar in basketball on his roster, LeBron. So that only helped. Like, hey, you don't believe how good I am? Here, talk to LeBron. Think about that. I mean, what kind of spade is that? Oh, you don't want to? Hey, talk to LeBron. Tell him what I've done. He can tell you what I did. That's where you look at. That's not a friendship. That's family. Think about that. If that was a friendship, I'm quite sure that shit would have solved at some point. I'm quite sure they've had their differences. Not everything's for public consumption. We all know that. Not everything's for public consumption. But when it is, what is it? Not everybody that you associate with, okay? We want to use that word, associate with, is going to be in the category of family or whatever. Some of them are just a seasonal friend.
So, yeah, I'm pushing you out the way. So those that are seasonal friends, your day is coming. Your day is coming. Because at the end of the day, I don't need a fair weather fan. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to it, your time is coming up where your season that you thought that you're living in is going to You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Be a true, genuine type of person. Build long-lasting relationships. Like, I have a saying, just because your blood don't make you family, right?
Well, that's not just your saying, but that's what you live by.
Yeah,
that's what you live by.
Yeah. So and the whole thing about why I live by that is because if I bring you into my circle, especially if you end up meeting my wife and kids, or better yet, you meet my mama, you in. And if you do anything to jeopardize that, boy, oh boy, you got a reckoning coming for you. Because the way that I live by and the creed that I live by, it's It's even tatted on me. It's all about loyalty, honor, and respect. That's what makes up a relationship. I don't even like using the word friendship because I don't like the word friend. But other people, yeah, it's friendship. To me, it's still a relationship. So what do you do? Here's a question. You have somebody that you brought in close to you, brought into the circle, found a way to manipulate people.
In the circle, not just one person.
I would have said a person.
They manipulate the whole circle, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just piggybacking off of it. Here's the thing. My shirt is how we're feeling right now. So if you feel like this offends you, you got the comments to say something.
We'll post it.
Oh yeah.
I'll post it.
We don't post anything because we don't want to be known as that type of channel. But anytime you're posting something that's explicit, when I say explicit, y'all know what I mean because we've had that happen before. But anyway, anytime you get into a circle of a very tight-knit group of people, and then when things aren't looking, when the spotlight is not on that new person, and then they do things to manipulate that circle.
Well, that wasn't the example I was going to go with, but what I was going to go with was necessarily, okay, so they found a way to manipulate the circle in your favor. In their favor,
right?
In their favor, right?
Oh, okay. Well, actually,
it kind of ties into it a little bit,
yeah.
But it does. But they found a way to work it to manage their favor, right? How can I say this? They run away from their own responsibility, but then throw their responsibility on you.
Let's be honest with that.
Let me finish.
Try to throw it on you.
We're talking about a circle.
Yeah.
So on some people that didn't work. Some people it kind of did. That is in the circle.
I got you. I see.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, some people fell for it, some people didn't, right? So this person not only projects their responsibilities on you, they throw them on you and then leech off of you. What do you do? What do you do?
Oh, you know how to get rid of a succubus.
They crept through the back door.
Well, no, they didn't come through the back door. You gotta remember, they were brought in a circle through the front door.
And crept out through the back.
They were kicked. Yeah, they were kicked out the same front door.
But came back at
try to weasel their way back in
through the back door. Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, they found a crack in the window. They decided, I'm gonna stick my foot back in and see, So, in what you do, it's up to the circle to support. Now, if it's a true circle, there's gonna be
mixed reactions and mixed emotions.
There you go. But always. Everybody, being a circle, everybody's going to speak up. They're not going to let that person get back to manipulating, get back to doing whatever agenda they have.
Should I even mention it? Because it's irritating me that this motherfucker even did this shit and we even talked about. I mean, now in hindsight, I don't care. But and at that moment, it was all like, okay, you thought one thing and then reality was another thing. And you're like, well, I'm implanted in this goddamn situation. What the fuck?
So here's the thing. If y'all are wondering, why does this sound like a real situation?
It is.
It is. Because of how things work.
I'm sorry, I operate differently. I operate by a code, and it seems like nobody has the same code of ethics. Now, I get that they wouldn't have the same code of ethics, but certain things would be similar.
You know what? When you mention that ethics, wow, this is huge. Let's take it further. It's not just the code of ethics. It's the respect.
Loyalty, honor, respect. There's that word again.
The loyalty. It's being honest within that circle. You're in a circle, be honest about it. Be honest about your intentions. How many times have you been asked about your intentions? Oh yeah. Then it comes. Then
If you got to be
people are sitting there
about your intentions on multiple different occasions, then there's a problem with you.
But not only that, if what you're saying doesn't match up with what we see,
But okay, play devil's advocate, be the adversary on the other side. Life happens, certain things are what you plan on happening, you might end up trying to do, and then you fall flat in the face, then you got to eat crow. It happens. It happens.
Sometimes you get dealt a bad deck of cards, right? Sometimes you do. But guess what? It's a deck of cards. It's 52 of them. Is all 52 of them bad? Probably not. Now, if the first 20 of them are bad, you need to start looking at yourself and saying, what did I do for this to happen? There's now 32 other cards in that deck. And one of them's got to flip at some point.
When he says, look at yourself, he doesn't necessarily mean that you're the problem. He's mainly saying the way that you're going about things, you might need to change up. It's the prime definition of insanity. When you do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, but you get the same results, that's when you got to look at it.
And you're okay with it. That's the thing. If you're okay with it. Like, how many people have you seen that have done this thing? We know that, we'll put it this way. I like to say this when it comes to insanity. Everyone knows the common definition, right? But when you're okay with it, what does that make you? If you're okay with the same thing happening over and over again, I like to take it like this: fight or flight. You got two responses, depending on who you are. I'll share with y'all. I know I'm a fighter. I was born one. There's certain things that happened when I was born that showed that I'm a fighter. But I ain't gonna fly.
Shit, if it's 5 against 1, I'm sorry, I'm gone.
I've been in that situation, still came out on top.
I'm sorry.
I put it this way:
I'm gonna hit the biggest one standing, and I'm gonna find my way out that situation.
Put it this way: 5-on-1, it can happen, and a lot of times you won't have the opportunity to run, so you're gonna have to.
And I'm not talking about physically 5 people on one. I'm talking about metaphorically situations.
Let's just
because everybody gonna start getting in the comments talking about, oh, I'll square up with that. Nah, I'm not talking about.
Actually, you know what? They can still say that mentally. They can say that mentally too.
Mentally, but we know that's
what we're talking about right now. Is totally mental, not physical, not physical at all. We're talking totally mentally right here. So you have to understand when you get in that situation, but also look at it though. So let's talk about that. 5 things come up, right? Take out like you said, take out the big one. Sometimes it's not going to work. Sometimes you got to work your way.
Sometimes you got to work yourself up to the big one. Yeah.
Get your confidence up. Take it out one at a time. And then once you do that, guess what? Oh yeah, I can take on anything. I ain't running no more. I'm ready. I'm right here, right now. I'm going to take this on. But also at the same time, folks, you know, if you're in a circle, sometimes you don't have to go at it alone. If you didn't abuse the circle. You understand that?
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Sometimes you don't have to go at it alone if you did not abuse the circle.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, though. I'm so glad that you mentioned that, though. And if you feel like I'm talking about you, and I hope the person that I am actually talking about is tuning in. Speaking
on the replay.
And speaking of this, I'm just gonna say it right now. How dare you, bro? How dare you?
No, it's not a how dare. It's a
you were never bold. Again. You were bold. You bold.
I don't know what cloth you were cut from.
Not from my cloth. I'm cut from a different cloth, and that one you're not from.
Yeah.
No. How dare you? How dare you? Never again.
I almost mentioned. That's why I just stopped. I'm not even
Never again. No. Never again.
Like you have an ear. That's about all you got. You got one ear.
And you thought we wasn't gonna find out.
What was it about finding out? It's a fact.
He was bold enough to, yes.
They thought they were getting away with it.
Not.
They thought they were getting away with it.
All right. So for those that are tuning in, I'm kind of irritated with a certain individual. Not that I care. It's the principle.
It's not the principle anymore. It's not even principle. It's beyond principle.
So should I just say it?
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because we do provide news. We do provide information. But when it comes to things that are personal, we don't want to be that type of.
Okay.
We don't want to be that type of.
Fair enough.
We want for y'all to understand the situation.
But you call yourself a friend.
You can be a friend.
Where was the phone call?
You can be a friend.
Where was the text?
You can be a friend.
Where was the fucking email?
You can be a friend. Because you're not family.
Okay.
Whoops. That was the truth bomb right there. And I didn't even say member. I said family. You ain't. What does my shirt say again? And you can't see what's happening on my shirt. Well, I've worn it before, and usually when I wear this, I usually say the gloves are off, but as we know, every week we need the gloves are off.
Now, see.
But this week, the gloves are off him. Maybe he should have worn a shirt. The gloves are off him.
Yeah, because I my filter is gone at this point. When we're talking about this, yeah, like what gives you the gall? Like, how can you call yourself a friend, right? Or family. How
can you call yourself family, but
and then stab you in the back? Well, never mind. I answer my question because family does it all the damn time. But the gall.
But here's the thing different with family. I'm glad you mentioned that. Family may stab you in the back, but when they need you,
they always there.
No.
They always going to be there with their hand.
I wasn't going to say that. They're always going to come back and butter you up, apologize in their own way, and then do it again.
Do you think that makes it right, though?
I didn't say it made it right. I'm just telling it like it is.
Would you accept? Okay. So let's say he comes out and it was all like, okay, yeah, I was wrong for that. My bad. I apologize. Da 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 da. Waze. You gonna accept that?
Here's the thing.
And would you bring that? Hold on.
Apologies is acceptance to let go.
Okay. Now, would you let him? I'm not going to say let him back in the circle because it's a collective decision when it comes to that. But would you bring that back to the circle, your circle of individuals? Like, hey, so and so, he reached out to me, or he or she reached out to me, said X, Y, Z, tried to explain this. What do y'all think?
First of all, here's how I operate. You can make an apology to me all you want. But I always tell people, I ain't the one that's hurt. And I ain't the one you need to talk to. You need to talk to everybody else and see what they say. Because this man right here,
I don't give a fuck. Hey, I'm just going to say it. Like, it is what it is. Like, but it goes back to like, are your friends your friends? Like, they put you in certain situations that they know better. If you're a friend,
what, isn't it Chucky Doll said friends to the end? Wasn't it?
Yeah, friends to the end. There's that word again. Now, here's the thing. I call you a friend. I call you my brother. I call you family, right? How dare you put me in a situation where I got to justify myself? You understand what I'm saying?
If justification needs to happen, it's got to be me to do it, and you put me in that situation to justify it. Oh,
doesn't make sense to me. Oh, somebody make it make sense to me.
Like I've said many times before, even on here, a friendship, relationship, family member. Actually, it's the first time I said this one. Sorry about that. Family member, family. If you're on one of the ships, they can sink or sail. Don't matter to me. But once you get to the family level and you screw up, please don't come a calling and knocking. You got my ear. I'll hear what you have to say. I will give you my opinion. Matter of fact, if we want to go biblical, that's what this man wanted to do. Dang, I said it now. That's what this person wanted to do. Wanted to go biblical. By all means, I will show you the support that you need.
Pocket, let me ask you a question.
But don't, under any circumstance, expect to get the same treatment as you did in the past.
Let me ask you a question.
And I don't care if you're repentant.
Let me hold $20.
I'm about to reach in my pocket. I ain't
okay,
money.
there. Okay. All right. So let me hold $100.
It's the same thing.
Okay. Now, write me a check for $1 million.
I can write it. I wouldn't cash it.
Okay. Now you're do that to me, right? Let's say.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't even go there yet. Like, hold on.
Wait. Can we delete that part and go back? Let's rewind.
Let's
try it again. Let's try it.
Let's rewind that. Let's say I'm.
Nope. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
So we already know the answer then, right?
No, we don't know that.
Yeah, we do know the answer. We don't need the question. We know the answer. And now, let me ask this question. Why would you write me a check for $1 million?
Because that means I'm invested into you, and you've invested into me. If you're asking for something that much, that means if we going up, we going up. We going down, going down.
Why wouldn't you write them?
Oh boy. Well, first of all, okay, so you want to go there. Since we want to go there,
why wouldn't you let them hold $20?
I'm still waiting on something else to happen.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm still waiting on the last time somebody's asked for something and then it didn't happen. So come on now.
So what's the difference between them and me?
Well, we have a brotherhood. We are family members. Matter of fact, shout out to, you know what? We didn't.
No, don't do it.
We didn't talk about this, but April 1st, I think was and my wife can chime in. I think it was the 2-year anniversary of a buddy of mine that killed himself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You told me about that.
And
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
And the thing is, he got cut off, but he was still family. And y'all like, well, you just said no. It was what happened, the timing of what happened, something that happened. Something he said. But if he would have said he needed me, I would have still been there. Because that's how much trust, a level of trust, a level of love was built between us. So think about that. Think about that. If you built that up, that should let everybody know where I stand with certain things. Whereas we just had a scenario of $1 million. One person asked, oh, hell no, that person ain't getting that. He's not even getting $20. Matter of fact, he's not even getting $5. He, they, she, it, whatever, and get it. You burned that bridge. You have my ear. You don't have anything else. Nope. You need to put it this way. The steps you need to take still wouldn't get you that access. What people need to stop doing is stop giving people access to them. Give them access to resources.
What people need to do, start doing, whether you're a good friend, a bad friend, manipulator, a leech, whatever it is, start looking within yourself and try to figure out how you can be a better version of yourself.
Better version. It's a better perversion. Oh my God. Better version. Better version. Version, not perversion. Better version of yourself. Y'all need to understand that. Because when things start happening to you, the same things
over and over again,
because you put yourself in that situation,
start looking at yourself.
And then you want people to help bail you out.
Like if you're a good friend and you're wondering why you're always there for them, but they're never there for you. Or you put out for them, they never pour into you. Start looking into yourself and start learning how to say no sometimes.
Matter yet.
Matter yet?
Matter yet. Yeah. Don't answer the call. If you know you can't say no, don't answer that call. Delete the person's number. That way, when they call you or they text you, you have no idea who it is.
You're like, who is this?
Who is this? You know what'll happen? They'll have that, man, they must have deleted my number. Now, it's probably not going to stop them. But guess what? Front of mind, they're probably even gonna ask you about it. It's up to you how you want to do it.
They'll end up playing victim, like, why'd you delete me? What did I do?
Yeah, they're like, oh man, what happened? Well, I thought we was close. Well, you can either tell the
We
truth.
were close until you started pirating my shit. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oops. Sorry, not really. I don't give a fuck.
We were close, so you made a habit of trying to dive in my pockets, take it from my family.
Oh, we were close until you tried to manipulate other people's relationships. Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Or maybe we were never close, and we thought we were building that. People, it's 20. We're more than halfway through 2020. We got two months left. 2 months left. 2 months to our actually 3 year anniversary. 2 year anniversary.
3.
Is it 3?
3.
We started in 21.
Yep.
So 2 months left to our 3 year anniversary.
Oh, that's going to be a big show. Hey, this anniversary, I want all of our guests that we've had on the show this year to tune into one broadcast. That's what I would like. That's what I absolutely would like.
I think we could have how many at once?
10.
10. So, well, here's the thing. It's either going to be before or after because,
I'm on vacation.
Well, no, yeah.
I'm on vacation.
My family and I are doing something different this year.
Holiday season this season, I'm on vacation.
Now,
I think it's well deserved.
Actually, I'm glad we mentioned holidays, and this is something that's
Choice for Joy coming up soon, so make sure y'all tune in for that too.
It's not going to be like it previously was. I'm going to tell you that right now. Something I want people to do. Let's make the world a better place. What do I mean by that?
Oh, my bad.
Actually, not the world. I'm going to say this. Let's make Phoenix, and most of you are from Phoenix, right?
No, we got world.
I know we got worldwide, but you understand what I'm saying. In Phoenix, let's do this. Let's provide for a family for Thanksgiving. I don't care if you do it through Habitat for Humanity or whatever those organizations are. Let's do that. Now, next year, what I'm putting out right now, and I will start putting it out starting within the year. We're going to start taking some of the money that we get in starting in the year, and we're going to start building for, I say 2 families for Thanksgiving, just providing the basics. Because I see too many families that are still in restaurants. Actually, not even restaurants. They're still trying to do what they can. The economy, we know, we talked about it last week. Groceries, $1,000. So we know the economy is not by any means getting to a situation where the prices are gonna. If you're waiting for the prices to fall, I got some property, beachfront, by a little lake in Arizona.
Yeah,
that I want to sell you at prime price.
I'll buy it. Just write me a check for $1 million.
That's all I'm saying about that. If you think that these prices are going to drop, they're never going to drop, y'all, because we keep paying them. We don't have a choice, really. We need to eat. The only prices that don't change.
Oh, you do have a choice. You don't have to go to the store. There is an option of growing your own. Eating your own.
But here's the thing. They've gotten onto that. You realize they gotten onto that. So what do? They make it more expensive to buy that now.
Pig price. You can get a piglet right now for $15. But then that price has gone up because 5 years ago it was like $7. But that's not a big jump though.
Depends on who you are. That $15 could be 2 meals if you do it right. 3 meals.
Shit.
It could be breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That $15 is the difference from me
But here's the
learning
thing:
how
you
to
said piglet.
fish or learning how to eat.
But you know what?
You
You know
understand
what you
what
just
I'm
said out of that? You said I'm gonna take an example. You said pig. How unhealthy
It's the pig.
is most of a pig? Now
Yeah.
I say is most of a pig because if you do your research, you'll find out some parts of the pig are way healthier for you than other parts. But it's the parts that we don't want to eat, i.e., the snout.
Yeah, pig is just nasty. Like the whole thing. Eat pork. I don't know about y'all. I just can't do it no more. High in sodium, like blood pressure, just and cholesterol. I got to take all that in consideration. So,
You're a real cook. I'm gonna put you onto something. Google the different ways to cut that salt, and you'll be impressed. I didn't know that until I started investigating and trying to do it myself, and realizing, oh, if you do this, this, and this, it actually cuts the salt content in your pig. And then looking at the cuts that you're getting, specifically looking at certain things, just like with steak, you want the extra marbles effect. You gotta research people what you're looking at, what you're doing. You have to. You research what you're gonna vote for. We say that over and over again.
research your friends. Like some of your friends
Do background checks.
Hey, yeah, like low key for real, like real talk. There was I wouldn't even call him a friend, but he was an associate of ours. We had to cut loose. Why? There was an accusation that came out that, upon me doing other research, turned into being fact and true. Not trying to put this person's business out there, but he was affiliated in circles that I just don't condone. And just to be honest with you, we just don't fuck with. So that was a business relationship that was severed.
But I say that was a business decision. You got to make those sometimes. Do we like making decisions like that? No, nobody does.
Sometimes you got to do it with your friends, though. If they don't represent the body of who you are, your friends are supposed to compliment you. Friendship is supposed to be complimentary to who you are. I'm not saying the whole thing.
No, what I was going to say is you need to have more than one circle, and I'll explain this. You have to have your associated circle, with the friends that compliment you, right? But you also need some ones not compliment, but you need an increase circle. What does that mean? So people try to understand the circle of being around a bunch of millionaires and you trying to get to that level.
Takes one to know one.
No, not necessarily. Because if you're not a millionaire, how do you get there?
Well, they say in Rich Dad Poor Dad, if you circulate yourself and circle yourself around people that you aspire to be.
But how are you going to do that?
Exactly.
Now, I will say that I know Phoenix, they do a lot of networking events to get people together and things. That's another one coming up.
It does happen in Phoenix. It does happen in Hawaii.
It happens all over the place now because people are understanding is to build your brand, to build yourself, you need to have a circle of excellence. Wow. What does that mean? That means you got to put yourself out there sometimes. Sometimes you got to ask the questions not to your social group, but to your group of increase. It's kind of scary sometimes you think about it. Man, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. You know what? It's not about being. That's what I've talked about before.
And not everybody is
comfortable with being uncomfortable.
And not everybody is meant to go make it with you.
No.
So little Johnny from the hood that you grew up with, yeah, that's your boy and everything. He can always be your boy, but there's certain moves that
because you know what's gonna happen, little Johnny from the
it can be because if you operate correctly, there's certain moves that you make that he doesn't know that you're making, but you just there.
But he's gonna see it.
You put little Johnny on to what little Johnny needs to be put on, and if he can't handle that pressure, then you just don't need to fuck with little Johnny.
That's what I was. And here's the thing: little Johnny's gonna see a difference in you that you don't want to talk about. And what I mean by that is he's gonna see, man. This happens all the time, man. Something's different about you. I can't put my finger on it, but
Was it your hair?
What's going
You
on?
get a haircut? Oh, it's your skin. Oh, you got a new girl. Nah, nigga, I just don't fuck with the same shit you do.
It was like I just don't do things.
Since when? Since now.
Like since last time we met. Things have changed. Oh man. I was like, you know what? And then what you do, like you do with your dog, throw a little bone out there. See if he picks it up. If he picks up that knowledge that you threw out there, then you know you're on to something with him and you can build him.
Well, folks, I think we got some here. I know we might end up bringing a part 2. I want to bring some guests on in regards to this too. I believe we're going to end up having a part 2 in regards to all your friends. But that time is coming up on another great episode. Yes, hit us up. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I wanted to shout out to Morgan State, my mom's alma mater. I know that there were 5 people murdered last night. Prayers are out to the families. Prayers out to that neighborhood, Cold Spring Lane, Morgan State University in the city of Baltimore. City, as things get better, things get worse everywhere. I like to take pride in the fact that we're no longer Murderland. We're not number 1 anymore. As much as people's like, what? Yeah, I'm proud of that we're not number 1 on that list.
Just real quick, because they're saying there was a murder. 5 people were shot.
Yeah,
but they're saying that there wasn't life-threatening injuries.
Yeah, thank you. I said murder, didn't I?
Yeah,
I'm thinking Baltimore murder. Yeah, thank you.
I just
Sorry
wanted to clarify that.
Clarifying that, but either way, it shouts out to the family. Shouts out to the family. Man. Words
are important, folks.
Prayers out to the families affected. Either way, being shot or murdered, it's still traumatic. You're still gonna have PTSD.
Another senseless shooting, and the shooter is still active at large.
Somebody's gonna turn them in. Somebody's
gonna.
But
enough of. I get that. That's
there's a story we didn't cover too.
Yeah,
there's a story we didn't cover, and we're not going to cover. Y'all should understand.
Into it. I don't even want to. Until next week, folks.
Until next week. You know what? We're getting into the spooky season.
Ooh, spooky.
And here's what I want to challenge everyone. Within the next week, watch a Halloween movie. Doesn't have to be scary. A Halloween movie in the next week.
With your kid.
There you go.
With your
kids, your family, your mom, whoever it is. I want y'all to start doing it. I want everyone to get back to having family time. We do it in my house. We watch 2 or 3 of them, and then everybody passes out, and we all laugh about it the next day. Do it. We need to bring back family activity.
But never. No, I don't like that. No, Pocket, no.
And that's the problem with our kids nowadays.
No, Pocket.
But we're not going to talk about that right now.
Until next week.
I'll part 2 with this.